Philippines in Echo.
Okay, well, as everybody gets lined up, we're going to find out. Okay,
it is an expert jungle. There you go.
Jungle. And so this, you were asking, you know, how is this all going to play out? Now we have a very interesting thing here that Carl TZ is bringing to the table here. And at the same time, you know, he's got the Festival of Blood.
Yeah, we were discussing about this 2 days ago. I think that was with OSX and Santi. And we were theory crafting why expert jungle might just be a good option today. It's because of the fact that, you know, X-Borg naturally builds up HP, but that's why Yawi's about to die here.
Yeah, Yawi's actually getting taken out first. Blood here. So it's Yawi on that Grok, and it's Sanford on the Masha, as you were saying, Midnight.
Alright, X-Borg, reason why he's a very good jungler at the moment is because it's hard to invade an X-Borg. You know, it outputs so much damage, and also the slow factor is going to become a problem for a lot of the jungle invaders. And X-Borg naturally builds up HP, meaning more damage to neutral objectives, and that also scales up with the Lost Insanity. So I think Echo might just have a specific idea as to why this X-Borg works. And remember, they also have a Faramis. The ultimate of the X-Borg can be committed, like, he doesn't have to think about it. Well, I have a promise to save me.
I haven't seen the interaction between the Cult Altar and the Last Insanity as well.
You still lose the Firaga, but at least you don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah, and that's a big plus for any lineup that runs this X-Borg for sure. But as we are looking at the XP lane, it feels like Sanford is having a tough time.
Oh, and now they're actually going to put the focus here on Carl TZ as he is too slow and he's going to get taken out here. Sensui grabbing another kill for himself here. Nice little 1K gold lead, and oh, Dur just missing that one on Sanji. Has to flicker out to be okay, but now Turtle's going to be worked on here by ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, Turtle will be started by ONIC Philippines. This is a major objective for them to start a snowball that they want. It's 2-0 already for Sensui. It looks like they're having a great time. They're actually contesting Carl TZ.
Yeah, they're going to go right in, and Sanity's going to be popped here, looking for a kill. Grabs it, and Sensui falls. Carl TZ does not want to give that purple buff up, but here we go. They find another kill as Sanford grabs one for himself, but Dur just waiting in the bush here. It's going to be a little one-on-one action. Sanji there to back him up.
Dude, that barrier was so dirty from Yawi.
I know.
Like, no exit, no escape. You're locked here with me. You're going to die.
It's a firewall combo. You get the fire from Carl TZ. You get the wall from Yawi. Perfect execution coming in from Echo this time around. And ONIC, they had a good 1,000 gold lead shredded down to just 300 right now.
Oh, ONIC really has to be careful when it comes to invading the enemy junglers. They did have a, they did just become successful with the first invade onto Carl TZ because Echo were not expecting to have 4 heroes on their face. But after that, they grouped up and they knew that they had to fight against ONIC. And this is the beauty of having a Grok and X-Borg. It's really hard to contest your heroes because you have the X-Borg wherein he can he can move away once the Firaga is no longer there, and you also have a re-engage from the Grok with the Wild Charge. And also, again, I have to remind you that the Guardian Sparrow is such a nuisance against ONIC Philippines, especially with the X-Borg on the lineup of Echo. They need to be careful when it comes to their positioning because they might just be heavily punished.
Yeah, might just be a 3v4 here down bottom lane, but looks like ONIC Philippines will be rushing away from it. 20 seconds from now, the first, or I think the second turtle of the game will be spawning, with ONIC already securing the first one.
Yeah, so, and at the same time, Super Prince was able to go ahead and grab that Cold Altar himself, which will set them up in a good position for this turtle fight. Also, Nets getting his first big item here. And like we said, we saw this previous game. If Nets can just farm up on this quad, get into a comfort position where he has items, that Blazing Duet will be a nuisance here for Echo. But now as they go ahead and give the go on this turtle, it's going to be about half health. Yawi trying to zone them out, does the Wild Charge, but just knocks them up. But the turtle is secured here by Sensui. And that's going to be the pop. Colt Altar for 1 and 2 as Carl TZ does fall. Sanji has to flicker out here. Sanford 1 versus 4. Can he get out of this one? He has plenty of health bars. Going to get tossed in a little bit, but still, and Dur goes in under the turret, but he misses. And he's going to get walled off here, but he's in the bush. The protection is there. So it's quite a chaotic thing but they come out on top.
Big win here for ONIC Philippines. Not only did they wound Echo a lot in that fight, but they also secured a second turtle of the game. Look at the items right now.
Yeah, this was ONIC PH with a very good mindset coming into that clash. They're not even concerned about the neutral objectives. They just want to shut down the export so they have an access towards the carry on the late game. The Holy Baptism, it was enough to secure the timing. Even though Sensui was up in the air from the wall charge of the Grok, it was enough for him to be able to use the retribution at the proper timing. That was because, again, of the Holy Baptism that came out from Rapidos, disabling Cartesian from taking a turtle.
Sanji?
He's going to be in trouble here as he falls. Yawi's a little bit too late, gets the Guardian's Barrier off here. There's going to be last insanity. They're going to push him back a little bit. Cold Holder comes down too. Under the turret they go.
Oh,
another flicker from Yawi, but Carl TZ falls with the blazing duet, forcing him back. ONIC Philippines with another big play, but look at Benny Cutie, 1 versus 3 as he grabs a kill before falling himself. Sanji a little bit too late here. Has to be careful because Dur waiting right on the other side of the turret. They crash down.
Nice
He's
dodge.
done. Finally gets taken down. Killing spree for Super Prince.
ONIC Philippines in that fight, stealing away that cult altar. What a play from Super Prince.
I have to say, there's a reason why a lot of the MPL teams are eyeing to get this player on the side of ONIC PH, and he did just show up on that fight. He stole the ultimate of the Paramis when Carl TZ was about to use the ultimate, and he popped it at the right time. And Echo, they had nothing left on the tank, and ONIC PH, they pushed through the middle lane. They didn't even care if the tower was still standing, as they wanted to take more objectives under their belt.
And Benecutie does secure another kill here. Looking at the scores, it looks like Sanford and Benecutie will be the ones to carry the Echo banner this time around. Carl TZ has been preemptively shut down by ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, he's having a difficult time, right, in just the jungle in general here. But, you know, he's not that far behind in terms of levels at least, which is usually what you would expect when that Demon Slayer emblem's on the other side here. So, still, I think Carl TZ needs to slowly come back from that deficit that he has. But that's not to say that the Last Insanity is not going to play a role here later on in the game.
Sanji looking for something to happen here in the top lane. So far, it has been a game controlled by ONIC Philippines, a 3K gold this time around, and it's kind of sad to look at Carl TZ with a low mechanical ceiling hero. Am I right? Like, we're used to him playing the Lancelots and the Links of the world.
Yeah, right now he might be feeling that he's playing a custom against the bots. It is the it is the choice of hero that Echo went for, and ONIC PH, they're punishing this really heavily against Carl TZ. 1-3-2 right now on the export. But what matters is the sustainability on the late game, and Echo knows this. They're just making a lot of space for Benecutie to be able to farm. That's why you see right now Yawi just protecting the carry from ONIC PH right now. Sensui, he does know that they have to have solutions versus this carry right now.
Yeah. I mean, so that, as you were just saying, Midnight, they really need to protect Benecutie. And, you know, Sanford's going to be doing the best he can on this Masha. But as you can see, Net's still in vacation mode, just going to keep farming up here and doing what he does best.
Yeah, 20 seconds, or no, rather 10 seconds from now, that's going to be the first Lord of the game. It's going to be very interesting to see whether ONIC Philippines could secure that safely. We have seen Carl TZ last game secure all Lords of the game, but this time around, ONIC Philippines, Sensui secured all turtles in the early to the mid game, which means he probably has the Retribution on point or online at this time around. Echo, they have to mount a big comeback here. Can they actually contest?
Yeah, I think they just trade it, right? It's looking like they're just going to trade this one. I mean, Benecutie and Yawi still at the top here, because the wall is pretty much set by ONIC Philippines. There you go, first Lord of the game to go over to ONIC Philippines, but meanwhile, Nets, 1 versus 2, takes out Benecutie.
Wow.
Big outplay. I did see the minimap there. I think the Grok missed his ultimate.
Yep. This is the strength of the Claude. I can't remember which MPL coach told me this, but Claude is the best late game marksman, and he did just show up there. Nets, he knew that there's no way that Echo can take him down on that specific moment, as he had too much farm. And ONIC, they're going to use this Lord as a way to keep on maximizing their lead.
Rapidude? What?
Rapidude actually takes quite a bit of damage and does fall here. Lord's still going to be up, but that is one down here for ONIC Philippines. Echo going to go ahead and do their best to defend, but they go in. Sanford giving the go signal. Colt Alto is going to be popped. There's the blazing duet from Nets, and they back off here, so Echo able to defend for now.
Wow, I wonder what happened in their communication there. Rapidude definitely wasn't in the right place, and Echo Philippines were able to defend mainly because of that man down.
Yeah, and also this is where things get difficult for ONIC. Yes, you do have the Claw, you do have the Valentina. Actually, you have a lot of damage on the side of ONIC, but you need to find key heroes on Echo to be able to pick off before you actually engage into a fight. This is where X-Borg and Grok is really, really strong. Base defense is going to become a huge problem for ONIC.
Yeah. Speaking of base defense, ONIC Philippines this time around does have that late game advantage, as you said, Midnight. The Claude, I wonder who told you that, but it's going to be the best marksman in the late game. And Carrie, where does she fall there? Second best.
Second best marksman.
But you know, in terms of single target, we would have to say
in terms of DPS.
In terms of DPS and true damage, Benny Cutie definitely has that with him. But right now, they are going to contest this purple once again. Great wall from Yawi to protect him.
I think, you know, you just continue to buy time if you're Echo, right? You want to allow Benny Cutie to get those items, get farmed up here, and just, like you said, the one advantage that the Echo's lineup has is that defense kind of playstyle, that advantage in the base specifically, right? So if they can even start off by getting a pick off, if they can, leading into that next Lord, maybe they can contest it, but still, 7K gold lead. Dur's going to spawn out of that conceal, so he backs off from here.
The Yawi conceal.
The Yawi conceal. You know, Yawi has been doing this for the longest time, but Sensui.
They're going to crash it down here, but Echo going to play the defense a little bit longer. Lord going to be up here shortly. Sensui just going to get that vision.
He got it.
I believe he stole that right from Carl Teasy.
That must feel bad for Carl Teasy, but you know, the jungle emblem doesn't even give you bonus retribution damage anymore, so fair game. Really got stolen away from Carl Teasy, and now he's acting up.
That was Sensui telling Carl, okay, you keep on using retribution on me, I'm gonna steal your orange buff.
And that was one of the plays to put them at an 8K advantage against Echo. And now they're going to start the second Lord of the game, the first Luminous Lord. And I think they're going to give it away. Echo's just going to be fine with it.
Yeah, again,
give it away.
Base defense is the key here for Echo. ONIC just have so many gold on their side. And again, this is because of the pressure that Rapido put on to Carl Teasy. He was not able to play the export game. And the surprises that ONIC brought, like who would expect 4 heroes to just show up in front of an export?
Yeah, and I mean, even now, like, you know, so he's able to grab his purple, but like we said, they've got to deal with the Lord out marching down the middle now. They have a great composition for that defense, that base defense. We'll see if they can hold on here in the mid lane.
No, Echo winning game number 1. Feels like ONIC just held on to what they know what is right, and they still dominating from early to down here in the late game. Here comes Luminous Lord. They're going to push it down. No team fight just yet. It looks like the Lord just melted right in front of Echo.
Yeah, conceal play going to come out. The Yawi conceal once again. But so far, you can consider this a successful defense from Echo.
That's part 2. They already did that 2 times in this game, defending against the level 1 Lord, and now to the Luminous Lord. They never lost an inhibitor turret.
Again, this is a problem for ONIC. They need to find a way to crack the base of Echo, because there is gonna, there is gonna be a point in the game wherein all of you just reach the maximum potential.
And it's right here as Sensui goes in, but behind the wall, the turret, Last Insanity is going to be popped. They're looking to fight under the turret. They don't get it down. Benny Cutie joining the fight. Blazing Duet's going to be committed. They get the stun with a wild charge. Immortality is still there to deal with. No one falling just yet. Turret's still going to be up, and it's still a defense from Echo.
This is the Cult Altar meta, boys. But
Too many ghosts.
Too many ghosts, no, not even a single death. That's what happened in that fight. But the inhibitor turret down mid lane does go down for the side of ONIC.
Find a way to crack the base finally. It's a matter of fighting against the ghosts. So ONIC PH, they definitely have a huge advantage here, but you need to be concerned about the DPS of what the amount of DPS that Echo can bring into the table during base defense. Claude should be worried about getting picked off by the wild charge of Yawi. But other than that, ONIC PH, they're sitting at a tight spot.
It is a very tight spot to sit at because 40 seconds from now, the next Lord will be spawning. And ONIC Philippines, they have gotten uncontested objectives for the entirety of this game. And this is something that they have to stop for if you're Echo.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to just continue to get as much gold as you can here, right? I don't think, yeah, the top screen, that's not correct here. Still, Echo trying to gain pretty much ground,
the stats gave up after the last fight.
Now they're back, right? So
like the amount of ghosts.
I was wondering, it got thrown off by the ghost battle there, but that's the thing. You're working from a huge gold gap here. And as we're reaching the 15-minute mark or the 16-minute mark, this next Lord comes up. You might be at a point where Echo just continues to concede the Lords and wants to just fight in the base. But how long can you continue to do that?
I think they can do it all day because ONIC PH, again, as I mentioned earlier, they're reaching their peak potential, and we haven't seen Echoes yet. Like, the amount of items that they have on the side is still just increasing. ONIC PH, the only things that they can buy right now are the potions and the immortalities or the casual winter truncheons.
Yeah, and you know, when we look at the gold graph, a lot of times it takes around 60,000 gold or 65,000 gold to actually secure that even Steven scenario where it doesn't matter what happens in early to the mid. What matters is the next team fight. So it's going to be a lot of time here for Echo to actually achieve that. Perhaps even 2 more defenses against a Lord. But you know, one team fight blunder from ONIC could actually change this. We've seen big comebacks. We were no strangers to that in the first 2 days of MPL.
Yeah, if there's anything about week 1, it's literally the week of crazy surprises and comebacks, right? So already a Lord here going to be in the mid side. CarlTeasy trying to hold that down, also just trying to keep that bottom turret alive if they can, but Sensui goes in behind the wall. Gonna look for a play, zoning them out just a little bit. Lord still has to be worked on here. This should be the bottom inhibitor turret going down for ONIC Philippines. But there you go, the Colt Holder is gonna be committed here. Quite a bit of stun. Blazing Duet's gonna be popped, and they force them back. The turret does go down. Nets looking for another kill. Last Insanity does come out, has quite a bit of damage, but no one goes down just yet. Jesus. And once again, the battle of the ghosts, no one falls.
This is crazy MLBB.
Called Alter.
Like ONIC, yes, they get the towers, but all 5 heroes on the side of Echo are still alive. And the crazy thing is, CarlTeasy can just regenerate the Firaga armor and keep on using the last Insanity.
And this is really
it's
crazy.
A stalemate.
As you said, Midnight, a 10k gold lead, you can't even feel it. They can't even finish the game. They need to find a perfect team fight for that to happen.
They need to take out Sanji.
Yeah, and so far, Echo has been defending really well.
Well, this might be it. Never mind. They forced them back once again. Colt Holder going to be committed here, looking for a setup again. The wall comes down. They are trapped. But look at Sanford. He's found Nets in the backside. He has to be careful, though, as he is overextended a little bit. He's going to get caught. He doesn't have enough health, and he falls here. ONIC Philippines still holding on. Yahweh's got to recharge and recall and heal up. But here we go. ONIC Philippines looking to push this one in. They find Benny Cutie, the perfect target. And ONIC Philippines going to take this to a game number 3. It's only a matter of time. And there you go. ONIC Philippines takes game 2.
Wow. ONIC Philippines, after a long stretch in the late game, team fight after team fight, they finally secure the game after Sanford had 1